off, the Indiana Fever go into New York and walk out of New York with a W in hand. Things that I like.
Caitlin Clark stepped into a hostile, high-energy Barclays Center atmosphere for the first time in 9 months, and the arena immediately responded. The moment her name was announced, the crowd erupted, setting the tone for a highly anticipated preseason matchup. From the opening tip, Clark made her presence felt. On her very first possession, she attacked the defense aggressively and finished at the rim. On the next, she pulled up from deep range, stepped back, and knocked down a signature three. In just 2 possessions, she had 5 quick points and gave Indiana an early spark against the defending Eastern Conference champions. But after that fast start, the game shifted. Clark struggled to find rhythm, missing her next several attempts and finishing the night 2-4-10 from the field. She totaled 7 points, 4 assists, and no turnovers in 16 minutes and 39 seconds of action. Meanwhile, Indiana delivered a strong overall team performance. The Fever defeated the New York Liberty 109-91 on the road, despite missing key contributors in the lineup. The offense was balanced and efficient, with multiple players stepping up. Kelsey Mitchell led the way with 18 points on strong shooting, while Katoria Walker-Kimbrough added 18 off the bench. Sophie Cunningham provided valuable scoring in the starting role, and Michaela Timpson contributed a perfect shooting night along with strong plus-minus impact. Indiana's pace, depth, and transition offense all stood out, showing a system that functioned effectively even without a full roster. As for Clark, her stat line sparked discussion, but the context matters. Great scorers often go through stretches where shots don't fall, especially in high-intensity environments against elite defensive pressure. She continued to stay aggressive, kept taking open looks, and remained involved in the offense. There was also a moment where she was seen on the sideline with what appeared to be some form of back support, though no official confirmation has been made regarding any injury concern. In the end, the game told 2 stories at once: a dominant team win for Indiana and an individual performance from Clark that showed both explosive potential and early season growing pains.
Taking it right to the post, boom, get off me, right over your head. That's how we started off the game, folks. That's how we started off the game. Love to see that. Then we follow up 5-0, I believe after a Sophie Cunningham 3.
Caitlin Clark just spent 9 grueling months away from real, high-intensity WNBA action. 9 months. The last time she suited up in an Indiana Fever uniform in a regular WNBA game was July 15th of last year. And while she stayed active with international competition earlier in the year, that environment is not the same as the WNBA. The differences are significant. WNBA defenses are far more physical, far more structured, and far more aggressive in their trapping schemes. The size and athleticism of the elite defenders she faces is on another level. The spacing, timing, and overall pace are completely different, and she re-entered that system without 2 of her most important teammates on the floor. Aaliyah Boston was out for precautionary reasons, and Lexi Hull was sidelined with a hamstring issue. That forced Clark to immediately adjust to a slightly altered offensive setup, without her primary screener and one of her key spacing options, against one of the strongest defensive units in the Eastern Conference. So yes, some missed shots were inevitable. And yes, she looked a bit rusty at times. This is preseason basketball, and more importantly, it's her first real game action in months. In many ways, it was a controlled test of rhythm, conditioning, timing, and feel under real defensive pressure. Expecting an effortless 30-point explosion on perfect efficiency in that context was always unrealistic. And then there's another detail that added to the post-game conversation. After she came out, she was seen on the bench wearing what appeared to be a supportive or restrictive wrap around her lower back. There has been no official confirmation of any issue, but it immediately fueled concern and speculation among fans. Taken together, the performance wasn't just about makes and misses. It was about reintegration, adjustment, and evaluating where she stands physically and rhythm-wise after a long layoff.
In case you guys didn't see it, Caitlin Clark walking around with a back brace. Now, I know some people are saying, people in my chat were saying, shout out to everybody in the venue, salute to y'all. People were saying this is a biometric device. Looks like a back brace to me.
The moment those images hit social media, panic spread instantly. The sight of Caitlin Clark on the bench with visible lower back support triggered a wave of concern online. Was this another injury? A new structural problem? Had months of rehab not been enough? And suddenly, some fans were already questioning whether the Fever's season was in danger before it even properly began. The reality, however, is far less clear and far more grounded in uncertainty than speculation. As of now, there has been no official medical update from the Indiana Fever regarding any specific lower back issue. The organization has not confirmed an injury, and Clark herself did not directly address the brace or wrap in her post-game comments. That leaves the situation open-ended, with no verified diagnosis or timeline. In professional basketball, this kind of visual can be misleading. Players frequently use compression gear, heating wraps, and supportive braces on the bench for a variety of reasons, ranging from precautionary recovery routines to simple stiffness after game action. Sometimes it's tied to injury management. Other times, it's just part of a conservative approach to workload control. Nothing visible alone confirms a serious setback. That context matters even more given Clark's history. Last season's soft tissue injuries and extended absence understandably heightened fan sensitivity. Any potential sign of discomfort now tends to trigger worst-case assumptions immediately. But emotional reactions don't replace medical facts. Even before the game, Indiana's coaching staff made it clear that managing her workload and overall health is a priority. So it's entirely possible the support gear was part of a planned, preventative strategy rather than a reaction to something new. What we can say with certainty is what happened on the court. When she played, Clark moved well. She got to her spots, created separation, and generated clean looks against elite defensive pressure. There was no visible limp, no obvious restriction in movement, and no clear in-game moment that suggested a sudden injury event. The shooting inconsistency that followed fits much more naturally with timing rust than with any immediate physical breakdown. And that distinction is important. Rust is normal after long layoffs and is typically corrected with minutes, rhythm, and repetition. Structural injury is a completely different situation altogether. For now, the only responsible position is patience. Until there is an official update, everything else remains speculation, not confirmation.